There's so much drama going on right now.
Girl, she not ready to have her.
Hey, what is up all my social climbing friends? It's Dustin and I'm back with another video. This video is going to be a voiceover style video because this is going to be a lot of reading. For those of you that did not know, the monster that has been here all along has uploaded an apology to her YouTube channel. Literally 3 minutes of like sad music in the background and this notepad apology that she wrote out. She did post this over on Patreon and then she decided to post it over on her YouTube channel. So I'm going to read it for you guys and then I'm going to give a commentary. I may even react to some of the things that she says while reading this. So let's just jump right into this. I was wrong. I thought I was doing the best thing at the time, but I see now that I wasn't. I truly don't like drama. I wish it didn't exist. However, I do try to make the best of drama. I think the main thing is I have a very different experience and view living it than all the people passively watching it. To me, this isn't starting or rehashing anything. To me, this is taking a negative situation that already exists, quote unquote, and continues to exist and making a positive situation out of it. Did you really make a positive situation out of it when you trolled me, specifically about my sister passing away? Did you make a positive out of it when you were literally like talking to minors in their DMs about situations that you shouldn't have talked to them about? Was that really making a positive situation out of a negative, or was that just you being manipulative? What was that, Gabbie? Something that might not be super obvious to everyone else is that while it may be cold tea to the world, it takes me a long time to process stuff. Or does it just take you a long time to process stuff and make your own storyline and somehow make yourself the victim in every situation? Is that what it is, Gabbie? I need to take major steps back to collect myself, sort out how I'm actually feeling, organize my thoughts, and articulate it in a way that isn't damaging to myself or anybody else. While the world was forgetting about it and getting bored, I was still very much dealing with the aftermath. I don't like to respond to something until I've healed from it. And usually healing from it for me means creating music or art. When I don't take that time to process, well, we all saw what happens when I speak before processing. Cue high school bullies clip. You know, Gabbie, I'll give it to you for admitting that you're wrong in this situation, but I haven't really read this before I'm making this video, so I hope that you get a little bit further in detail, because there are some people that you should apologize to. That's always been my survival method. Make your tragedies a work of art, or whatever. It's always felt like if I can make this situation into something emotionally beneficial for me, then everything will have been worth it. Like maybe I can reshape the situation in my head. This wasn't just a terrible thing that I went through, this was the inspiration and driving force behind this wonderful thing I made. Okay, girl, you're not an author, you don't write books, you write music, and some of it is good, I will give you that. Some of it, very few songs, very little, like 2, because that poetry book was very bad. That being said, I don't need to talk about it all the time. I can just create the thing and then let it be. I can allow that healing portion of it be just for me and proud of what I made. As much as I love to explain the inspiration behind my music, some things don't need to be spoken. Literally, Gabbie, most of the time, most of your arguments are you trying to make yourself a victim, and you end up making yourself look worse because you never can take any fault or any blame in any situation. Like you say you want to take accountability and you understand that part of this is you, but you have an explanation for everything. You keep text messages from 5 years ago, 6 years ago, maybe even 7 years ago. It literally cannot just be everybody else every single time. You're not perfect. You are not perfect. I'm still trying to figure out the line between engaging in drama and defending myself. Sometimes it really does feel, from my end, that people are allowed to say whatever they want about me, but if I respond in any way, then I'm stirring the pot. Or if I express my side, or that it's hurt me, I'm playing the victim. I do believe there's a fair difference between starting drama and not allowing someone to walk all over you. When you're a kid, they teach you how to deal with bullies. Hold the eye rolls, please. Stand up to them, be confident, set boundaries, strike while the iron is cold. Actually, Gabbie, the adage that you're looking for is strike when the iron is hot. Why would you strike when the iron is cold? It doesn't really work that way. I don't know who's teaching you these things. Maybe that's why you're so fucked up. This is and has been, whether people see it or not, bullying. It's just normally dealt with in a principal's office and not on YouTube and TikTok. So I dealt with it the way I'd teach my little siblings to deal with bullies. Really? You getting on the internet making fun of someone's sister that passed away, or making fun of someone that lost someone, saying they have crocodile tears, you engaging with minors, you having a group chat of minors. So that tells me that your mindset is definitely somewhere in elementary to junior high Like, that's where your mind is, Gabbie. It's one thing to stand up to someone you think is doing you wrong. It's another thing to just get on the internet and just be a completely crazy person. So here you are trying to gaslight people. And I know you like to use that word a lot, but you're literally gaslighting people into thinking that they're crazy for thinking that you're crazy. Because you're crazy. So on one hand, I don't feel comfortable setting the example that you shouldn't defend yourself when someone is mocking, harassing, or spreading rumors about you. But who's spreading rumors about you, Gabbie? You're the one that spread rumors about Trisha. You're the one that did the Kenza Cosmetics scam. You're the one that did these things. So you being called out for your shitty behavior is not someone bullying you. That's someone holding you accountable. That's someone that wants you to actually do the right thing. But you get on the internet and you parade yourself around as this good person that you don't mean to hurt anybody. How about you manage your expectations of others when they're reacting to the bullshit that you do? How about that? But on the other, it doesn't feel like I set the right example in giving this attention the way that I did. I'm still processing this as well. So I'm sure I'll find the answer in a few months to a year or so. All I know right now is I don't feel good about it, so there's probably something wrong. You think? Perhaps maybe the thing that's wrong is you. Maybe you need to look within yourself and stop looking to others to find and place blame on. How about that? That's a start. I saw a quote for the umpteenth time this week that keeps throwing itself in my face, and I keep forgetting it. Learn to be okay with people not knowing your side of the story. It's been one of the more challenging lessons that, like, I'm learning it, but for some reason I keep failing the test. Hopefully the remnants of my ego will die sooner than later. Anyway, I'm sorry for sending so many mixed messages in these last few weeks. I realize that my actions aren't aligning with my words. I saw this move as something that would hopefully smooth over a situation that seems to be never ending. So this is a move. Are you saying and admitting in your apology that this is a calculated thing that you did to sway people? Is that what you're saying? Because that's what I'm getting. But if I was a wiser woman or had a drop of common sense, I would have realized that the one thing that won't end it is continuing it. Praise God. At least you got one thing right. There's not many people who can give advice on these situations because realistically, not many people have lived this experience or could even fully imagine it. I'm kind of failing trying to figure it out on my own. I appreciate all your patience with me as I navigate whatever this is that I'm doing, haha. I promise that moving forward, I will try to handle it in a way that makes me feel more proud and gives you something to be proud of. Thank you for all your love and kindness. Peach out. Well, Gabbie, I understand you wanting to apologize. But is this even really an apology? This is more like an explanation letter as to why you've acted the way that you have over the past couple of months. And to me, this is just another situation where you're trying to use a scapegoat letter and explain yourself to try to make yourself feel better about the way that you acted toward people that literally just reacted to the way you treated them and the way you scammed your fans and all of that. So that's my 2 cents on the situation. Either be happy with yourself or don't. I don't care one way or the other. But you guys, please let me know your thoughts and opinions down below on this. I know that a lot of people did not read this. They did not take the time out of their day to read this bullshit. They were not interested enough to read this because it sure took me a long enough time to read it. I hope you guys all have the most amazing day ever, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.